Oh.
G'day guys, Chris Hogan and Michael Metcalfe coming to you from the YP Gold Coast event here at Isla Capri. Michael, you're up on stage being a panelist. Mate, how is business going for you maybe locally and nationally at the moment? Are you seeing any challenges that maybe people can liken to?
Okay. Yeah, well, I think we're based here on the Gold Coast. We're based down at Burleigh Heads, and I think you'll have the common challenges that it doesn't actually matter what city of the world you're in these days. Everyone's looking for incredible people. Everyone's looking for technical talent. Everyone's looking for people with a high growth mindset. And that's part of our challenge. We're a slightly smaller destination than your Brisbane, your Sydney, your Melbourne, and certainly your offshore hubs for entrepreneurship or high growth ventures. So that's our challenge, get the right people in the door. But we also find that people move here and people want to stay here. And if you can give them something that's exciting, something that's going to grow, and something that they can actually put their name to, then you're going to attract those right people who just naturally have a wonderful fit with values, with team. And I say, bring that on, and let's get more and more of those people on the Gold Coast.
Excellent. And with the changes to the NDIS that you saw almost ahead of time, I believe, when you were creating Kind, are you seeing more competition come into the space, and how are you combating that?
Yeah, so it's a really interesting industry, and if you look at what's happened with the introduction of the National Disability Insurance Scheme, it's effectively taking an old set of rules. They've been thrown out the window, and a lot of new businesses are going to continue to emerge. With that said, there's still lots of traditional providers in the space who are either trying to find their feet or many who have actually exited the space entirely because of the new regulatory environment. So for us, there's going to continue to be competition. People are going to keep doing more things online. It's like any other space or any other industry. So our main focus is on listening to the people using our service. Like, what do they want? How can we help them better? What do we need to do with the product? What do we need to do with our service delivery? So we think, yep, it's going to continue to grow, and it's an absolute skyrocketing opportunity for people on the ground to do something better with their lives, whether it's to earn a bit more as a support worker or get another 10 hours of support and stretch that budget, which can make a massive difference and have a ripple effect on so many lives within one family.
Yep, great. Mate, with regards to government and the community, what do you think are some of the activities that they could be doing to basically help bolster a community going through maybe a tough time? For example, the coronavirus impacting multiple industries.
Sure.
So what do you think communities and government can be doing to help business?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think it goes well beyond the whole, hey, travel at home and have a staycation for tourism and propping it up. It goes so far beyond that. You know, you've got people telecommuting to other locations these days, but they're still being impacted by such a thing. And I guess what we want to be doing is saying, well, how do we build up our own immunity, build our own vaccine to whatever happens in the future in terms of economic shock, whether it's a coronavirus or whether it's another impact. So I'd be saying, how do we get people on the ground who have an absolute mindset that they want to take a destination forward? How do we get direct conversations with local government, with state government? How do we brand and position a region to say, look, here are 2 or 3 things that we're going to hang our hat on, and we're going to do so much better than everyone else. And we can do that if we get the right people together. Less talk, more action, a really clear set plan to say, within 1 year, we're going to achieve X. Within 2, we're going to achieve Y. Put the software, the hardware, the infrastructure, and the people together. And wow, we could actually do something pretty awesome here in the Gold Coast. Should be the Petri dish where we make this happen. Excuse all the scientific jar
and
references thrown in there.
Metaphors and analogies, amazing.
Got you. Bit of fun.
I forgot my train of thought there, sorry. So with regards to, I guess, innovation and the likes of what the Gold Coast has tried to have done around diversifying the economy and bringing tech into the top 5 or 7 industries that they want to prop up.
Yep.
How do you think the Gold Coast is going at the moment, and what could they be doing better?
I think we are at this starting phase of the journey. I think, Rome wasn't built in a day, but we are certainly at the starting phase. And if we truly want to bring people together, it's like I said, let's have actual conversations all together to say, well, what do we actually need? What's going to make a difference? How are we going to get regional level or city level recruitment and attraction
let me pose some ideas. So what about instead of competing, what about collaboration instead of actually spending outside of our city, spending inside? What about attracting mentors,
If
getting
you wanna,
the successful people that are sitting on their yachts and the beaches here on the Gold Coast, attracting them out of their yachts and actually getting them on committees that can support businesses like yours and ours to give us the right kind of advice?
So if you want to look at like 2 specific things that we could do right now that are going to move the dial, and one of them has been raised here, and it's a topic that's been talked about for forever in a day, and it is simply buy local. You've got technology businesses, you've got software providers doing things that a local council or major businesses on the coast, they're procuring from overseas. They may have a 100 page book of procurement rules, but the best thing that they could possibly do is buy local, create an entire industry here. And I could probably name 5 businesses who would directly benefit and be able to grow teams over 100 people with all that money recirculating through the economy. But better yet, it gives you a brand. It gives you recognition that that's actually going on. Now you combine that with some sort of targeted campaign to say, great, when businesses are working and they've found their foot in a particular space, but they need fuel on the fire, they need money. How do we diversify thinking away from what's the next property project or what's the super fund I'm going to put my money into, and actually say, let's help curate a portfolio of businesses that demand backing because they're ready to roll, they're ready to grow. Let's get those brains, let's get that cash, and let's put it in the right place. And my God, think of the stories we'll be able to tell in 5 to 10 years' time. But if we don't plant seeds today, this stuff won't happen.
Exactly. Bang on. That's what I was trying to get out of you, mate. Well done.
All right.
Came
Thank
through
you for having us, guys.
Thanks, guys.